Hello, friends. Welcome to Mysterious Stories. Friends, we often hear the news of people going missing, but today's story is very strange, as the case of two missing sisters was solved after a year. This story is about the people of America. The city is in Washington. John and his wife, Mary, were living here with their two daughters and a son. Their children gave birth to their first child on March 25, 1975. They requested permission from their parents to visit a mall. Their children were allowed to go, but they were asked to come home by 4 o'clock. Following this, the three siblings arrived at the mall with their friends. All of the kids dispersed after they arrived and became preoccupied with eating and drinking. Friends, all four of the kids had gathered, but John's two daughters were nowhere to be found. Sheila and Kate were their names. Their ages were 10 and 12. The entire mall was searched for them, but the sisters had already gone missing. Her younger brother became really frightened, went home, and told his mother the entire incident. He then promptly called the police. Every newspaper and news channel carried this story. The police scoured the entire city and the neighboring forest for John and his wife. They were getting tired, but they were unable to find them, according to the headlines. Meanwhile, a man named Lloyd was also discovered by the police. It was said that he had witnessed the two sisters leaving with a man while he was in the same mall that day. He recently told the cops about this man's appearance. Additionally, he said that the man walked with a limp. So, friends, this man's statement was not taken seriously by the authorities, and the case was dropped. After 38 years, there was still no sign of the missing girls. These girls' parents were patient and had come to terms with their fate. However, the significance of the year remained. Subsequently, a police officer named Press Homelone reopened the case. This instance appeared to be somewhat peculiar. All of the case's historical records were arranged in this way. The identity of the individual who provided the statement, Lloyd, was also discovered. He claimed to have witnessed these girls accompanying a man. The reason the cops did not monitor this man astonished this officer. After 38 years, he began learning more about this individual. A few days later, he inquired about the man's whereabouts. It was discovered that this man was currently serving a jail sentence after being arrested for the murder of a little girl. He met policeman Lloyd Lee at the jail, friends. He had a suspicion that this man had murdered a girl. This same individual might also be accountable for the disappearance of the two sisters, if he was capable of murdering Krishna. He might have provided the police with a fake statement. Although this man did not respond to Krishna's numerous inquiries, the officer remained brave and began researching this man's friends and family. Friends, this man's entire family worked on the field. This police officer learned about one of the man's relatives during the investigation. His name was Henry Pocket. Guys, Henry was a dude who worked in the fields. After all, I spent the next year looking for this man. Indeed, the man lived in a small neighborhood with few homes. The residents of this region gathered in one spot when the cops arrived. Henry claimed that nothing was known about the two missing girls when he was questioned about them, but an elderly woman who was there made a statement that startled the authorities. According to this woman, she witnessed Henry and Krishna Lloyd burning two bags in 1975, and as a result, a bad stench spread across the area. When the police heard this, they asked Henry in a firm voice what was in these bags, and Henry told them everything. After it was revealed that his cousin Light was not the one who had abducted Kate and Sheila, he went to the police and made up a story about Lloyd wanting to sell the girls and burning them alive out of fear of being discovered. 40 years later, the police officer Krishna's work received all the credit for the case's exposure. When Light appeared in court in 2015, he admitted to his crime. The judge sentenced him to 48 years. In addition, Henry received a 10-year prison sentence for his involvement. When this man went to the police station 40 years ago, he provided a bogus story that helped prove his guilt today. Even though they were now elderly, the fact that the person who killed their daughters had been apprehended after 40 years brought them comfort. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. You can view these fascinating films by subscribing to this channel and clicking the bell symbol to receive notifications whenever new videos are posted.